Hi, good morning children. I hope you all are well and good. So today we can start a new geography lesson number 4, agriculture. Very simple lesson. Okay, I think you all are ready with your textbook, notebook, pen and pencil, etc. Can we start? Yes. We know that India is an agricultural country. You know why it is saying such a way? Because lion part of India or the most of the people are engaged in agricultural activities in India. That is why India is known as an agricultural country. Okay, and more than 75% of the people of India engaged with agriculture, and that is why, or they are doing the cultivational activities. That is why India is an agricultural country. There are different sectors are there. You know that not only the agriculturist or agriculture laborers or landlords, many other workers are there in India. You know, different types of activities people are doing and earning income and doing business, running shops, services are there, and construction work is there, production, large scale, small scale, cottage industry, different activities are going on in India. So it is very difficult to calculate it by in a different areas. So if we are dividing these activities into 3, it is very, or if we are dividing these activities into different areas or different sectors, it is very easy to calculate. I think you got it. That is why the economic activities as a whole, it is divided into 3. You know which are they? Yes, they are primary activities, secondary activities and tertiary activities. Once again, already you studied primary activities, secondary activities and tertiary activities. You know, what is the name of our lesson? Agriculture. So, you know, agriculture is included in which sector? Sure, it is in primary sector. You know, in primary sector, which are the activities it is included? Yes, primary means not only agriculture, that means agriculture is there, farming is there, fishing is there, mining activities and livestock, everything included in the primary activities. So, don't misunderstand that not only agriculture, all these activities are included in the primary activities. Once again, farming, fishing, mining, livestock, these all are included in the primary activities. So, agriculture included in the primary sector. You know, my dear children, in primary, why it is known as a primary? There will be a confusion. Why this agriculture, mining, fishing and livestock, etc., it is included in the primary sector? Because you know that these all natural resources directly we are consuming from the earth or the nature. That is why it is known as a primary. For example, if you are studying about agriculture, you can see that farmers are using the land, air, water and tilling the land, sowing the seeds and harvesting it, and directly they are consuming or they are selling the products. So, directly they are included or mingled with the primary or the nature. That is why it is known as agriculture is a primary activity. Such a way, mining. Through mining activities, they are excavating or extracting the minerals under the earth and refining it or using it. So, it is also direct contact with the earth and the nature. That is why it is also included in the primary activity. Livestock. You know, livestock, rearing of animals. So, livestock, kannukali valarthal, that is also included in the primary, because directly they are rearing it and using their milk and wool, etc. So, these also included in the primary activity. Farming also. Okay, so these all are included in the primary activity or primary sector, and which produce most of the foods such we consume. Primary activities are producing a number of products are there that we are using directly also. And besides food grains, it also produces raw materials for various industries. You know that through primary activities, mining is there, fishing is there, and livestock rearing, livestock is there. These all, through all these, that means the products are used as a raw material for different type of industries. Got it? So, they are supporting industries also. For example, cotton. For a cotton industries, cotton is growing in the earth, or it is included in the primary activity, included in the agriculture. So, the cotton is an raw material for the cotton industry. So, you understood how these producers are using for the raw material for different types of industries. Also, this activity helped to produce the export items such as tea, coffee, spices, etc. Tea, coffee, spices, etc. also producing through agricultural activities. So, these all are exporting to some other countries. So, these primary sector is helping the export activities also. And next, now we have to, so you got a general idea about the agriculture of India and what are the three sectors, etc. Already you studied in your lower classes also three sectors. So, now next we have to discuss about types of farming. Types of farming. You know, agriculture is an age-old economic activity. ഒരുപാട് പ്രായം ചെന്ന ഒരുപാട് കാലപ്പഴക്കമുള്ള economic activity, it is agriculture, and over these years cultivation or cultivation methods changed. Why? You know, ancient time or the early period, what are the tools and methods or techniques they used? It is that means large extent it is changed, because techniques or technology, everything it is changed. So, according to that, agricultural activities also changed. Am I right? Okay, one of the most changes that we can see or feel is subsistence to commercial farming. First or previous time or early time, agriculture mostly it is done for the subsistence farming. What do you mean by subsistence farming? നിലനിൽപ്പിന് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള കൃഷി. But now it is totally changed it into commercial type of farming. അത് ഒരു വാണിജ്യ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിലേക്ക് മാറിയിരിക്കുന്നു. That is, it is subsistence to commercial type of farming. Next we can discuss different farming systems. So, what are the what do you mean by types of farming and what are the changes, why it happened, everything you got it. Next we can discuss about there are three types of farming is there. How many types of farming? Three types of farming. You know which are there? Primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming. Once again, primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming. Once again I will tell you, now we are discussing different types of farming. There are three types of farming is there. They are primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming. Okay, so we can discuss the first one, that it is primitive subsistence farming. What it is? Primitive subsistence farming. What are the specialities that we can discuss? Specialities of a primitive subsistence farming. Very simple it is. This type of type is practiced in few patches or a few areas of India. This is practiced in a few areas of India. That is, it is practiced on a small patches of land. What is the name of it? Primitive. From the name itself we understood primitive, Paraya, Puradanamaya. And it is for this a small patch of land only needed, and also using primitive tools such as hoe, dowel, digging stick, etc. Now what are the tools we are using? Tractors are there, sowing machine is there, harvesting machine is there. For collection of weeding, the machines are there. But now we are, or sorry, the primitive subsistence farming using only the primitive style of tools. Okay, that is the difference. And using family or a community labours. You know, from the out of station or from the other states, the labours are not coming. The labours are from the family itself and from the community. So, farmers are family members and community members, and also there is no most modern methods of irrigational facilities. What the farmers are doing to get water? They are waiting for the monsoon or depending monsoon. Malaye matram asrayikkunnu. And depending natural fertility of the soil. They are not at all adding most high powerful fertilizers or insecticides and pesticides to increase the production. What they are doing? They are adding a natural fertility, or sorry, they are depending for the natural fertility of the soil, and also depending other conditions for the environmental conditions for the growth of a crops. Prakritiye matram ashrayikkunnu. Only the community or the family members are the labours, depending the monsoon always. Okay, and it is a slash and burn agriculture. You already studied in your history portions slash and burn agriculture. What do you mean by slash and burn agriculture? Yes, it is one area of a forest, it is cutting and clearing, and those area the farmers are burning it together, the twigs, leaves, etc., and the ashes they are mingling with the soil, and they are starting the agricultural activities. After one crop or they are leaving the space and searching another for agricultural area or cutting and clearing the forest area to start or to grow another crop. I think you understood what is a slash and burn. And when the soil fertility decreases, decreasing, farmers are shifting their place. You know, they are always waiting for the natural fertility of the soil. So, when they felt that if they felt the soil fertility it is decreasing, they are searching for another patches of a land to start agricultural activity or fresh land. You know why they are shifting? That already we know that. Because allows nature to replenish the fertility of the soil. They are waiting the nature to replenish or replenish the fertility of the soil. Manninte fertility prakrithiyal increase cheyan vendi prakrithikku vittu kodukkayana. They are not at all adding fertilizers. Am I right? Okay. In this type of a farming, land productivity is low. What are the specialities of the primitive subsistence farming? We already learned. So, from that we understood that actually the the productivity will be less because farmers does not use fertilizers or other modern inputs. That is the reason. I think you got it. In different parts, it is known by different names. Different parts, these it is known as different names. What primitive subsistence farming known as in different names in different areas. While I am reading, you will feel some difficulties. Don't worry, repeatedly you have to study these names. The name of the place or the country or the state and the name of the these primitive subsistence farming, you have to learn the name. Okay. So, it is very easy, do not worry. Jumming in northeastern states. Northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland, it is a Jumming. What is the name? Jumming. Okay. And Pamlo in Manipur, Pamlo in Manipur, while you are reading you will get, if I am repeatedly also, you have to read it more. Dipa in Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Which are the places it is known as Dipa in Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And jumming or a slash and burn agriculture is known as, or this primitive subsistence farming or jumming or a slash and burn agriculture, everything it is primitive subsistence farming. Jumming also, slash and burn agriculture, everything it is same. Okay, all are same. And it is known as milpa in Mexico and Central America. Another name, milpa, it is in Mexico and Central America. Conoco in Venezuela, Roca in Brazil, Mosel in Central Africa and Ledang in Indonesia and Ray in Vietnam, and India it is beaver or a dahiya. Beaver or dahiya. Okay, Madhya Pradesh. In India, Madhya Pradesh, it is known as a beaver or a dahiya. So, my dear children, these are strange, you will feel strange names, you do not worry, you have to read it repeatedly, very simple. Once again I will say the names: Pamlo, Dipa, Jumming, Milpa, Conoco, Roca, Mosul, Ledang, Ray and beaver and dahiya. And not over, Podu or Penda in Andhra Pradesh. Podu or Penda in Andhra Pradesh. Pama and Dabi, common, Brinka in Odisha. Once again, Pama, Dabi, common, Brinka in Odisha. These all names it is known as in Odisha. And Kumari in Western Ghats, Valre or a Walter in Rajasthan, Khil in Himalayan areas and Kuruva in Jharkhand, Jumming in northeastern regions. So, my dear children, these all are the important names or different names it is known for primitive subsistence farming in different states and different areas and regions. I think you got it. Okay. So, you have to read this again and again and you have to understand it. So, we discussed primitive subsistence farming. Okay, primitive subsistence farming. I think you got it. So, these are the introductory part and one type of a farming today we discussed. Okay. What is the first one? Primitive subsistence farming. Next two we will discuss on next class. Okay. I think you got it. Okay, bye.